Exquisite.
Oh shit, we back again. What's up, what's happening? Come to the party and bring a friend. Fuck it, I'm bringing 10. Ooh, tryna chat a 10. Big boy tryna chat a 10. She said I was catchy. I said so tap I'm in.
Touchdown.
Double cup, wow, I stuck smile when I puff loud. I touch clouds, catching touchdowns in my mind now, cause I'm zoned out. On a porch couch in the cloud. 2 coughs and I'm back now. 2 coughs and I'm packed out. Somebody give me a drink before I gotta sit down. I'm making hits now with a smooth. Here we are. It's the Trash Talk Tailgate. It's your boy Riley Puddin Peters. I've got with me, as always, the doctor, defensive backs quality control coach, Preston Rowe. We're here. It's not an NFL pre-show, as the thumbnail says, as the title says, as we say. And, I mean, another great week college football has come to us. I mean, it was a pretty good week. Pretty good week for me.
It was.
Yeah,
you had a great week.
Had a great week.
I did not.
You had to push the bleach away.
I did.
It's not worth it, Preston. It's not worth it.
Dude, sometimes you just gotta really consider drinking the bleach.
Yep, you gotta consider the bleach.
Yeah.
My bleach consideration. But yeah, I mean, listen, this was a good week of college football. A lot of good stuff. It started on Friday this week. You know, you start getting in the season, you start getting those weird days. Mm-hmm. Get a random Friday, get a random Thursday. So, all in all, though, great week. And we're going to start with the Friday game. That is Illinois versus Nebraska. 24 Illinois versus 22 Nebraska, to be exact. This was a very interesting matchup that I don't think anyone really cared about.
No, I mean it was like a classic Big Ten West matchup.
Yeah.
For
sure.
It probably a little bit more higher scoring than I personally anticipated, but I mean it's just a classic, Illinois Nebraska Big Ten West matchup. Even though the Big Ten no longer has the divisions, it's just a classic Big Ten West matchup.
This is real Big Ten football.
Yeah, dude. I think Illinois with Brett Bielema. I think people forget that when Brett Bielema was at Wisconsin, he had that thing humming. Yeah. Like there was a period of time when Wisconsin was consistently competing for and winning the Big Ten. And that was when Ohio State was, really good. Michigan was down. Michigan State was good. It just Penn State was still good. But Wisconsin was humming at one point under Brett Bielema. And now he's at Illinois and he just knows the Big Ten. He knows how to win Big Ten football games. And Illinois is 4-0, dude. And they have the most ranked wins of any team in the country so far, with 2.
Hey,
and
2 out of the 4 wins.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and I think honestly, in their last 22 games, the Nebraska Cornhuskers are 3. Or in their last 22 one-score games, excuse me.
Yeah.
It's a caveat.
Yeah.
In their last 22 one-score games, the Nebraska Cornhuskers are 3-19. That seems like statistically impossible in college football. Like there's no way. Like at that point, you just have to start thinking like, damn, who the fuck did we piss off?
I mean, at that point, I think they need to go get themselves a Blue Chew subscription because they can't finish.
No, they can't finish, dude.
They got finishing problems, dude. They need something to help them out. Some kind of old man pill.
Yeah, and I mean, dude, Nebraska, that they have this really good 5-star true freshman quarterback, Dylan Raiola. A lot of people say he, he's might be the next Patrick Mahomes. He looks a lot like Patrick
He wants to
Mahomes.
be mini. He wants to be the next Patrick Mahomes.
He does. He does, dude.
He's like, I've
And
got a look. It's kind of a goofy look, but I know someone else that's got it too, and I'm just gonna do it.
yeah, I mean, he played well, 24 of 35 for 297 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have 1 interception, but for the most part, he played well. He didn't really have the freshman quarterback mistakes that you typically expect.
Yeah.
But Illinois, they played a better, cleaner football game. Luke Altmaier, 21 of 27 for 215 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. And they were able to run the ball. They averaged 4.4 yards a carry for 168 yards on the ground. Like they just they know how to play winning football. They had 7 tackles for loss on defense. Nebraska only had 2, and they also had 5 sacks. Like, I mean, it's hard to really fault Dylan Raiola when, his offensive line can't really protect.
Yeah.
You
got a freshman quarterback. The one thing you got to do is protect him.
Exactly. And I mean, Illinois, like I said, dude, they're just a good football team. They just know how to win these kind of slugfest Big Ten games.
Yeah, and I mean, this was an absolute slugfest, dude. This was big shot after big shot from both teams.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, this was the interception. That was big. I mean, this was an interception, but this was a play.
Yeah,
like this guy made a play. Like that's not, this isn't Mini Mahomes' fault for an interception as far as that goes with the quarterback.
Doesn't he look like Patrick Mahomes?
It's all he wants to be, dude.
He wants to be Patrick Mahomes.
He's got number 15.
So bad.
He's got the hair. Yeah. He's got the sidearm.
Yep.
But yeah, this is a very good game. At the end of the day, like we said, Illinois pulls it out 31-24. And it's like you said, man, you can't knock the rookie or the freshman quarterback.
No.
He came out, he balled out, and Illinois just takes it, man. Better coaching at the end of the game. You can't.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing speaks higher than better coaching.
Whenever you're 3-19 in your last 22 one-score games, that's a coaching and a culture problem. Like at a certain point, you have to play better, smarter football.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, the team that makes the least amount of mistakes is typically gonna win.
Yep.
And Nebraska they always seem to shoot themselves in the dick when they, when it matters the most. When they absolutely cannot shoot themselves in the dick, they always find a way to do it.
Aiming for the pecker.
Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, it's definitely they have to find a way to start winning these one-score games.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you do all the work to get yourself to that point, man. You got to figure out what it takes to finish.
Yeah.
I mean, it's imperative for the culture, man, for the culture of the program. All right, let's hit a couple of these just on the home screen here. They don't really deserve the video. They're kind of butt kickings. We got Texas versus UN Monroe. Obviously, Arch Manning coming in for Quinn Ewers. Does just better than 50%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is hurt? Quinn Ewers is hurt. This isn't. Yeah. Arch Manning did not just get a starting job all of a sudden.
No.
They're resting Quinn Ewers against a lesser opponent.
Yes.
So Arch Manning, 15 of 29, 258, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions as well.
Yeah. First career start for Arch Manning.
Yeah. And I mean, they win 51-3, so it's all right. Whatever happened, he's doing all right. That's really it, dude. They win 51-3. That's a big win. You have Ohio State and Marshall. This was a close game for about the first 6 drives.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, Marshall, do it.
Do it to him. But at the end of the day, Ohio State's talent is just, for a school like Marshall or like any smaller school like that, it's an insurmountable amount of talent that they've got on that field, man. Deshaun
Yeah.
Judkins, Will Howard was throwing pretty well.
Mecca Ibuka.
Yeah, dude,
Uh,
my tongue did not want to get through that one. Uh, he had a massive play on their first scoring drive. Big touchdown. So yeah, man. Listen, I think the best stat I saw from that game was after each team had their first drive. Marshall had scored a touchdown. They went like 8 plays for like 70 yards, and they wasted 6 minutes. And on their drive to score a touchdown, and then on Ohio State's first drive, it was 2 plays for 70 yards, and it lasted 26 seconds. It was like
that sounds about right, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You know, as someone who was coached at, you know, some lower school, some lower tier schools, it's whenever you play teams like this, it's just you're just trying to get out of there.
Yeah.
You know, you're like,
get some positive things from the boys.
Yeah, you're just trying to get out of there. You know,
I just don't want to be hurt, so don't hurt me.
Yeah.
I mean, moving on to right now, one of the biggest sleepers. Granted, not a lot of opponent recognition, I guess you would say.
No,
but Ole Miss, an absolute throttling of Georgia Southern, 52-13. Yes. Ole Miss is still looking good, dude. I mean, listen, we talked about this at the beginning of the season. The thing about a team like Ole Miss is they will do it to the lower tier teams.
Yes.
And it is now that point in the season, man. It's conference time. Ole Miss doesn't get Wake Forest. They don't get Georgia Southern. You know, they don't get those lower teams. Yeah, dude. They got Georgia. They got Bama. They got LSU. Even the lower teams. We'll get to this later. Vandy, you can't sleep on this year.
No.
If you sleep on Vandy, you'll probably catch an L.
Yes,
Yeah, it's like
experience.
Yeah, right. Last week. Once again, keep the bleach away.
Yeah.
2 bleaches in a row. That's not a great week. Or not great 2 weeks. Anyways. But yeah, Ole Miss is looking good, but it's time, man. I just want to click in real quick. Let's see what they got. Yeah, man, this is where it happens. Next, they got to go to Kentucky. No, they got Kentucky. They got to go to South Carolina, to LSU.
Yeah.
Then they got Oklahoma at home, to Arkansas, Georgia at home. So that's at least good. At least they get Georgia at home. And then they're in the swamp, and they finish with Mississippi State at home. So,
I mean,
the SEC
honestly,
schedule's here.
I mean, South Carolina will be tough because we saw they almost upset LSU last week. Oklahoma doesn't look that good right now. Oklahoma kind of looks lost in the wilderness right now.
I mean, they had a rough game against a good team. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. But you know, that our kind of, you know, my whole thing with Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin coach teams is, yeah, they always beat the teams that they should beat, but they never beat the teams that they're you know, not supposed to beat.
The underdog.
Like they can't really punch above their weight class.
Yeah.
You know, they can't beat Alabama. They can't beat Georgia. You know, they typically can't beat LSU. Like, and I mean, eventually, if you want to be taken seriously in the SEC, you have to start winning those games that you're not supposed to win.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think you can sleep on any SEC team.
No.
I was about to say, you know, they might have a good walk, but like, I don't think you can't sleep on Kentucky. You can't sleep on South Carolina. So they're gonna have to show up and they're gonna have to play good football. But November 11th, man, that date with Georgia. I mean, that's gonna be the test, man. Can they win? Can they get to that game still undefeated? like you said, they've historically had a lot of problems with LSU. LSU, we talked, just said it, almost got upset by South Carolina. But this week they come out and have a solid performance against UCLA. We're not going to talk about that one later. but they got to get, Ole Miss has got to cross that hump. They've got to beat the LSU. They've got to beat the Oklahoma.
I mean, you should, I'm not expecting them to beat Georgia, but they can't get blown out by Georgia.
Yeah.
Like,
you got to have a Clemson game at a minimum. But I mean, like, I don't know, man. If they can do it though, imagine the chaos if that November 9th, on that fateful November 9th day, Ole Miss goes and does it. That'd be kind of crazy. I mean,
dude, that'd be awesome, dude.
All right. Let's get to one of the next games that we're going to talk about. We got Tennessee versus Oklahoma.
This was a game that I was really, really, really excited for. It was the game of the week. I
mean, I think it was. I mean, this was a good game, but man, young quarterbacks. What is it about an explosive freshman that just changes the feel of a team like that?
I mean, Nico Lamalolea, he didn't play particularly well, but, he didn't really have to. Like, I mean, he's 13 of 21, 194 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. He was just kind of asked to not do too much. Yep. And then on the other side, Jackson Arnold got benched. He was 7 of 16 for 54 yards, and he had an interception. And honestly, he played worse than that statistically. Like, he didn't play very well. I don't think all of that's on him, though, dude.
Yeah, I was about to say, he spent a lot of time with pressure in his face.
Oklahoma's offensive line is kind of been decimated by injury. And it's...
I mean, today the quality that they looked like they were trying to rename a favorite food product of the world into Oklahoma cheese instead of Swiss cheese, because oh boy, there were some freaking holes on that offensive line.
I mean, Jackson Arnold, he got benched. I mean, so keep in mind, this is significant for Oklahoma because Oklahoma, last year they had Dylan Gabriel at quarterback, who's now at Oregon. They willingly let him walk to Oregon because they thought they had a better option sitting on the bench in Jackson Arnold. And again, I don't think it's all Jackson Arnold's fault, but Oklahoma's offense has not looked good at all. Their defense has been outstanding. Like, their defense played a very explosive, high-octane Tennessee offense, I thought, really well.
Yeah.
They really did kind of hold them.
Brett Venables, baby. Brett Venables.
Yeah, dude, Brett Venables. I mean, he's going to get the defense right. But it's crazy because when Oklahoma was under Lincoln Riley, their offense was amazing, but their defense was dog shit. And now it's the exact opposite. Their defense is amazing under Brent Venables, and their offense is dog shit.
I mean, I guess the question is, which one would you rather figure out? But, yeah, I mean, listen, it was just a shootout, man, all game. A very explosive game from Tennessee. Yeah, man. The numbers, though, as you said, though, the numbers really aren't the craziest that we've seen, especially not from Nico.
No.
But 151 yards rushing as a team.
On 52 carries.
Yeah. I mean,
good. Oklahoma, Oklahoma's defense is really, really good, dude. I mean, they held Nico to under 200 yards passing. They held them to 2.9 yards a carry. Like, it's just,
only 2 touchdowns all game.
It's just, whenever your offense turns the ball over, 3 times, it's hard to win that way when your offense just gives you nothing.
Yeah, when your quarterback has 2 lost fumbles and a pick.
Yeah, I mean,
wow.
Michael Hawkins Jr., their backup quarterback who now might be their starter. He played decent, 11 of 18, 132 yards, touchdown. He didn't have an interception, but it's just, I don't know, dude. If you're Oklahoma, a lot of people were wondering, are they going to be able to handle the move to the SEC? Because remember, they were in the Big 12 of Texas, and they kind of ran the Big 12.
Yeah.
For about, a decade. And now you're kind of in the middle of the pack in the SEC. You just lost to Tennessee, who, hasn't been that great over the last few years. They seem to be really good right now, but I mean, if you're Oklahoma, is this going to be your new reality? Are you going to be a middle of the pack SEC team?
Unless they can revitalize that offense, man, it might be, because it's really, at this point, that's really what it is, man. They got offensive slump. They've got that offensive slump mentality. And their defense, like we said, they only allowed, in a 25-point game, Tennessee scored 25 at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Out of 25, they allowed 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And then everything else was field goals and extra points to make up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, how much more do you got to do?
Trust me, as a Virginia Tech fan, I know, when your defense is elite and your offense just gives you nothing time and time again, eventually your defense is going to will. And there's only so much you can ask a defense to do. You know? And it's demoralizing.
Especially with no momentum.
Yeah.
And I mean these dudes, they played lights out. I mean, Brett Venables' defenses are notoriously tough, man. Clemson's got a national championship because of it. Clemson's got 2 national championships because.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's a safety.
Nick Saban 2 times.
This was a big safety. I mean, this is just things you can't have happen.
No.
Things you can't have happen. Edition 1, a safety at any point.
It was just sad because as well as Oklahoma's defense played, you just kind of felt that they were never really in this game because the offense was so anemic.
Yeah.
Their offense could not do anything. Oklahoma, they got 3 turnovers, like I said, and their offense just literally pissed them away.
Gave them back.
You can't do that.
But that defense, man, terrifying. If they get some offensive production, we're looking at a scary, scary team. Final score on that one is 25-15. Tennessee takes it, as we've been saying.
Tennessee goes on the road, dude. I mean,
on the road in Oklahoma, man.
In Oklahoma, that's a tough place to play.
Yeah, it's usually a pretty rocking stadium.
Yep.
All right, we got another one. Ooh, actually, you know what? Before we go much farther, I got to talk about why I had such a good weekend. It's time to take a second and be happy for me.
You fucker.
I mean, listen, dude. It's been a long road these past couple weeks, or these past couple years. And then, obviously we come in week 1 against Georgia. It's an absolute just grinded out game. Hard to win game. And against Georgia. Against Georgia.
It's Georgia.
And then we come out against Appalachian State and blow them out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a bye week. And we come back in against NC State. Clemson versus NC State. A tale as old as time. An upset written in history books. This is one of the most as a Clemson fan, one of the scariest teams to come see into Clemson Memorial was NC State. They love to upset us.
They do.
But this game, it wasn't happening. And I think the thing for me is, man, so the thing about the Georgia game is defense obviously played well. All right. Clemson's defense, just like we were talking about with Oklahoma and Tennessee, the same kind of thing happened with Clemson versus Georgia, where the defense was playing really lights out, but the offense just wasn't taking advantage of any chance they got. Just anemic, no production, nothing.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think what I saw from Cade Klubnik in this is like this game he had the switch flipped right.
Mm-hmm.
Like the passes were quick. He was taking the deep shots. He wasn't scared. He had some good runs, but he wasn't pulling it every time.
Does he finally know how to pull on a read option?
Yo, I think we've actually taken the read option out of our playbook. I got to be honest with you, dude. I swear to God.
Really?
I swear to God. Maybe just against NC State, but we didn't. I mean, because that was a design. I don't think this isn't a read option. This was a designed fake. And this is a big run. I mean, this is the opening drive. This run was the longest Clemson run by a quarterback since Trevor Lawrence's run against Ohio State in the playoffs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That run's kind of iconic.
That run is kind of fucking iconic, dude. This was a pretty iconic. If Cade Klubnik keeps playing like he's playing this year, this might be one of his iconic runs too, because that's such a defiant turning point, because you can throw the game against Appalachian State in the damn trash, dude. Those lower games don't matter. This is a real opponent.
It is.
And that's a great run, dude. First drive of the game. We need that energy. We needed this energy, and this was a beautiful play. I mean, fake the jet sweep. We like to use a lot of jet sweep to kill people.
Yeah, that's not a design. Shit. That's damn.
Boom, dude. Boom. That's all it is.
I didn't know he was that athletic.
Oh, boy's got wheels. He's got wheels. No.
Okay.
He's not, he's got wheels. He can use them. He just wants to use them at the wrong time sometimes. This was a good play too. I mean,
where has this Cade Klubnik been like his whole career, Riley?
I don't know, man. I don't know. But I'm glad he's here now, and I hope he stays.
But as a Clemson fan, like, be honest, isn't this game kind of like, I know you're really happy, but doesn't this game piss you off because you're kind of like, dude, where the fuck has this been your whole career, dog?
It doesn't piss. Every other performance has pissed me off because I knew this was in them.
Okay.
This game is what they promised us, dude. For all you who don't know, Cade Klubnik came out of one of the best high school football programs. He's from Austin, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
He came out one of the best Texas schools there is. He was billed to the world as one of the top quarterback prospects, as an absolute gunslinger, an athletic monster. So this is what we were kind of hoping for. Oh, this was a beautiful play. Oh, man. This strip sack. This is all still in the first quarter, by the way, dude. We're still in the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
This is the fourth drive of the game. This is NC State's second offensive drive with a freshman quarterback. And, I mean, Clemson's defense eats. They really do, man. And, I mean,
they've always had elite D linemen.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have always had great D lines.
This was a good play.
Yeah.
Antonio Williams had a good game. Brian Westco. Something like that. Anyways, Westco had a good game. He didn't have a lot of numbers, but a little bit later in the game, he has a play where we break a big run, and he makes like the key block for it to be a touchdown.
Nice.
And he had some good plays. He had a good catch. Oh, this is Avian Terrell, little brother of now Falcons corner AJ Terrell.
Yeah.
Beautiful play on the strip on the outside. Once again, we're still in the first quarter, dude. That's two turnovers in the first quarter. First quarter, dude.
Yep.
Avian Terrell is a monster. He plays just like his brother, dude. And if you know anything about AJ Terrell, All-American, high round, first round draft pick, maybe second round.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's first.
No, he was a first rounder.
Oh, Phil Maffa. There goes the Maffa. The big Maffa alert. Once again, we're still in the first quarter.
I know, dude.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
Dude. All right. As this game goes on, I do want to say something about NC State. They brought in Grayson McCall from Coastal Carolina, who's a great player at Coastal Carolina.
Yeah.
And he's suffering from a concussion, so he was out this game. They brought in this true freshman.
CJ Bailey.
CJ Bailey.
Yep.
CJ Bailey is a name that everybody should watch out for.
Okay.
He got ran this game by us, but I just think there's so much to it, man. He was in Clemson Memorial. Our defense really needed to show up against a good team. There's a lot going against him. But the kid is 6'7" and can sling a sidearm as good as anyone I've seen.
He was 16 of 25 for 204 yards. He did have a touchdown, but he also threw an interception.
Yeah, and listen, he's a young quarterback, but he doesn't have to be their starter this year. Like, obviously, Grayson McCall's out because of a concussion. So, you have to bring in who you have to bring in. But this kid's pretty good, dude. I think this kid's pretty good.
Nice.
He's a guy to look out for.
I thought, as someone who kind of watched this game, but not really, like, I wasn't really paying attention to this game because I was watching other games.
Look at this. Look at this run. Look at this run. Like, this play really impressed me. Look where he makes contact. What, 1 yard, 2 yards? Look, watch.
Damn.
A first down, dude.
Damn.
First down. He got hit.
That's really impressive.
That should have been 2nd and 9.
Yeah.
And, like, Clemson's defense, we're not bad tacklers.
No.
Like they're not. This is not against freaking, App State or UNC.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk about them later.
Yeah, that's just a push, man. Just a push.
But, I think you're right about, CJ Bailey. I do think he probably has a really bright future at NC State. But I thought the story of the game, dude, obviously Cade Klubnik, finally playing up to his potential. But y'all were able to run the ball really, really well.
Oh, yeah.
And, NC State, they always, as you know, Riley, like, you probably know better than anyone, they always have a great defense.
Yeah.
And y'all just kind of pushed them around like it was nothing. Like, y'all were really able to establish the line of scrimmage early, and you just didn't let up. I mean, you had 269 yards rushing, 4 rushing touchdowns, 8.2 yards a carry. Like,
how many guys got to touch the ball in that? It's like, that's the thing that was also I really liked is we had, for a fact, we had at least 3 running backs get significant carries, like 3 running backs catch a good bit on top of Cade Klubnik. Like, that's a 4-headed monster. And I mean, Phil Maffa, we talked about him. Phil Maffa's a dog. Phil Maffa is a running back's running back.
He had 7 carries for 107 yards, dude. That's 15 yards a carry. You'll take that any day of the week, dude.
I'll pop out over here. I'm gonna go find this game real quick.
Yeah.
And then let's look at the box score.
Oh, I was already looking at it, dude.
I wasn't. I just want to look because I want to talk about. I just want to remember his name. Ooh, Cole Turner. It was a touchdown.
Yeah.
The touchdown about Cole Turner is the one where the kid gets a Hayes. Jay Hayes. Jay Hayes. This kid is explosive.
Okay.
Dude, in a minute, I kind of want to go find. I want to find Cole Turner's touchdown, and then I want to find. Sorry, this is Cole Turner's. This is Cole Turner's touchdown. We are now in the
second quarter.
Yeah. This is Cole Turner's touchdown.
Okay.
This is the one. I'm pretty sure this is the one where Westco gets that good block.
Okay. All right.
This isn't it.
No.
This is the play before it. This is it.
Okay. All right.
That's your boy right there. Nope, this isn't it either. It's the next play after this. Oh, yeah, it is the next play after this. That was a great play, by the way. Needed this first down. Big body on it. Here it comes. Boom. Look at this block right here. First. Look at this block right here. Look at that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, dude. That's impressive. That's really nice.
Oh, no, it was Moore. Damn, it wasn't Westco. It was the other freshman. It was Moore.
DJ Moore? Yeah.
I knew it was one of the young guys.
Florida.
This is all right. Watch this run. This is Hayes.
Okay.
Watch this, dude.
Just nice little draw play. Oh shit. Okay. He did hit that extra gear in a hurry.
Explosive.
Yeah.
Straight up the middle, dude. No BS to it, dude. No BS to it.
I mean, I don't want to say this, but kind of looked like Travis Etienne.
He's a little smaller, but he is, oh man, just as explosive. Just as explosive. Yeah. I mean, that's it for me on these highlights, man. I just want to wrap it up by saying, like, it's so good to see the team come back from, like, the past couple years, man. Everybody's been talking shit about Clemson. They've fallen off. It's, they're not the program. They're not the national championship program anymore. This, that, the third. Obviously, last year, after we win 5 straight to end the season, Dabo Sweeney has the legendary, if Clemson's a stock, you better buy all you freaking can.
Yeah.
And I think this is it, dude. Once again, hard game against Georgia, but
yeah.
But Georgia's in the SEC, and we only have to worry about them at the end of the year. Rest of the season, we gotta beat Stanford. Stanford's got to come to us.
Mm-hmm.
We got our date with destiny against Florida State, which is probably not the same as it once was.
No.
Wake Forest.
Well, Florida State did finally win a game yesterday, so
yeah. I might have to go to this, dude. Virginia has to come to Clemson.
Ooh, okay.
That might be a TTT on the road edition.
That might be fun.
But the biggest test is Louisville, and then obviously South Carolina to finish it off for rivalry week.
I'm not even gonna mention Virginia Tech. Fuck you, Riley.
Dude, can you in all confidence add them to the worry list?
No, I cannot.
I almost did, dude. I almost did. I was like, I can't say that though. It's almost more fucked up to say it because they've been so bad. It's almost more fucked up because someone's gonna go, no, you don't have to worry about Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Like, anyways. All right, let's keep moving on the game train because there's a big game. You just mentioned it earlier, but we've got Missouri versus Vanderbilt. Number 7 Missouri, 6 Missouri.
Yeah, number 7 Missouri
versus Vanderbilt. The tech killers themselves.
They are the tech killers. They fucking derailed our season. Anyway, dude, honestly, Vandy, they look like a much better football team than we've seen in the past. They don't quit, and they seem to be in every single game that they play.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, they took the 7th ranked team on the road. Like, this was in Columbia.
Yeah, in Mizzou.
They took them to overtime. And they missed a field goal in overtime. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. Missouri, they had a lot of hype because of, last season, they won the Cotton Bowl last year. They won 11 games. Missouri, they haven't looked that impressive to me. Like, yeah, they beat Boston College last week, but they didn't really look that impressive against Boston College, and they didn't really look that impressive against Vandy. Like I guess I question how good Missouri really is.
Yeah. I mean, I
Like,
think Boston College is a pretty good squad this year.
That's fair.
I think, and obviously Vandy is not what everyone thought they were.
No.
I mean, this only this season can tell you how good they really are.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, they're sitting all right. But I think the thing about Missouri is they just got to keep doing what they're doing. I think
winning.
this May team, yeah, for sure, winning.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is that this, and I think this has kind of been a problem with Missouri anytime they've been good. Because they're not used to being good, they're a squad that plays up, but also plays down.
Yeah.
Like when they're playing someone, like if they were playing, I don't know, any other like Mississippi or not Mississippi, Ole Miss or LSU, someone with a rank, I think you would see a different team than what you saw going against Vanderbilt, at least at the beginning of the game. And once they realized they were in trouble, I mean, like you said, they kicked it in, and I mean, thank God for them at least that Vandy missed that field goal.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just, you got a team when a team's not used to being a winning team. I feel like you're very susceptible to being a play up, play down squad, and I think that's what we're seeing out of Mizzou. And the hopes is that they don't mess up playing down. I mean, they got very, very close this game. Let's hope that this is a lesson for them because they need it.
I mean, because, dude, Missouri, they have talent. I mean, Nate Noel, their running back, 24 carries, 199 yards, almost 200 yards rushing, 8.3 yards a carry. Luther Burden, you could make a serious case he's the best wide receiver in college football. 6 catches, 76 yards, 2 touchdowns. Theo Weiss, another really good receiver for them, 5 catches, 55 yards. Brady Cook, I'm not really sure about him. I think he's just kind of just a guy.
Yeah.
They don't want him to mess it up.
That's it. I really think that's it, man. And I think, I mean, wow, that's a great special teams play right there by Vandy. I mean, a missed ball by Mizzou. He should have just let this one go. What is he even doing? Like when he missed that right there, just smack it into the end zone.
But that's the kind of shit that'll get you beat by lesser teams.
Exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. Like this is These are trademark bad plays when you're underplaying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Missouri, they're a talented team.
Very talented.
They've recruited well under Eli Drinkwitz. It's just, they can't. They've just been surviving, I think, more than you would like to see from a top 10 team.
For sure.
Like they haven't, like there's,
there's a lot to it though, man. They're surviving. But here's the thing. If you survive every game, you're still undefeated.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right, dude. It's hard to win football. Trust me, I know better than anyone. It is hard to win football games.
Yeah, but it is not good. They didn't look as good as they would hope to look. They definitely didn't look as good as everyone expected them to look. There's a missed field goal for you. Just to hammer that point in.
Yeah.
And, these are the things that'll kill you, dude. Special teams, allowing explosive plays. We saw Vanderbilt's opening touchdown was a big explosive play.
Mm-hmm.
But they did what they got to do, man. They turned this into just a grind.
Yeah.
And I just don't think Vandy could hold up. Once the grindstone was on, like, they just, they could. Mizzou was able to work their way back in with minimal effort.
Dude, Vanderbilt had more tackles for loss and more sacks than Mizzou did. Like, Vandy had 3 sacks and 8 tackles for loss. Mizzou only had 1 sack.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, and I get it. Diego Pavia is really, really hard to bring down.
Yeah, he's a slippery dude.
He's very slippery. He played really, really well.
I was about to say, give me the numbers on him.
Vandy's gonna get someone in the SEC this year.
Dude,
I don't know who it's gonna be, but they're gonna upset someone. They just
let's go look at the box score for right now.
Diego Pavia, 14 of 23, dude, 178 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. I mean, hell, dude. Shit, Vandy even ran for 4.1 yards a carry. I mean,
but a lot of that rushing is quarterback break scrambles, not necessarily intended scrambles. Like, you got to put that caveat on there. Pavia, I mean, you said this after the Tech game. Pavia is someone that is a dark horse for big awards.
He's a dude. Like, he's a baller, dude. Like, Vandy's gonna get some. I don't look. Bring up their schedule, dude. Like, I'm curious.
All right, they're gonna beat Alabama next week.
No,
I'm just kidding, dude. They kind of have a rough schedule.
Yeah,
I mean, they got Alabama next week. It's at home, so hey,
they could beat Kentucky.
They got Texas at home.
They're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna beat Texas. That would be the funniest thing ever, though, if Vandy beat Texas.
Hey, man, Alabama is mid. Don't forget that.
Fucking, they could definitely beat Auburn. Auburn has not looked good at all.
I mean, they could beat Kentucky. They could beat Ball State. They could beat Auburn. They could probably beat South Carolina.
Yeah.
South Carolina's a good squad, but the way that they're playing, it's not that crazy if they could beat South Carolina.
Yep.
And then they got to finish with LSU and Tennessee. I think the best thing for Vanderbilt is that they've got Alabama, Texas, Tennessee all at home. So if they are going to beat one of them, they've got the ingredients for it.
Fair. That's fair.
I mean, there's really not much more. But yeah, I mean, it was a good game, though. Like we said, it came down to overtime, missed field goal in overtime.
Mizzou survives. Mizzou survives Vandy, dude. Fucking spunky, feisty Vandy. They're going to get someone, dude.
Oh, Vandy loves spunk anyways.
They do.
All right.
That
was a good one. Now to another ranked matchup that was a good game. We got USC versus Michigan. This is
this game.
USC's first Big Ten trip to the big house.
Yep.
And this game, I mean, Michigan came out very, very strong. And I think that made this a game that was, I don't know. I think USC, I don't know, man. This was a weird game. I don't know what else to say. This is just a weird game.
Michigan had 32 total yards passing. And they won this game.
Listen, dude, well, if you're going to – hold on. Pause. Let's stop for a second. Hold on.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Run the ball.
That's it, man. Run the ball.
Run the ball.
Someone said that this game is just a glorified Army-Navy game.
I mean, it's weird because you see that and you're like, oh, just typical USC going back to their roots of, great offense, absolutely no defense. USC's defense didn't play bad. Like, they actually played pretty well. It's just, Michigan has just such a dominant offensive line and can just absolutely annihilate you in the trenches. Like, Khalil Maalik, 17 carries, 159 yards, 2 touchdowns. Donovan Edwards, 14 carries, 74 yards, 5.3 yards a carry, and a touchdown. Like, dude, Michigan had 290 yards rushing on the ground for 6.3 yards a carry. And
goddamn, dude.
USC didn't play bad. Like, they had 7 tackles for loss, dude. Like, it's just, I mean,
this is the
I
first.
thought, yeah.
This is the big play from them. You know what's funny? This is also like
What?
one of the only times that they really popped out of the fucking like power formation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because like they pop into what most people would think would be a throwing formation, at least for a team like Michigan.
Yeah.
And they just run a touchdown out of it. I mean, good blocking. Dude, you can't. Running the ball will make everyone hate you long term. Like, it's so hard to play defense, especially defensive line, against a squad that's running the ball like that. It just it hurts your heart by the end of the game. You're like, what can I do? Is there anything I can do?
Especially with a team like Michigan, it's incredibly hard to run the ball because what Michigan does so well is they bring in extra guys. Like, they bring in big boys. They'll bring in 2-3 tight ends. They'll have an extra tackle. They'll play tackle over.
They love that
and
extra tackle shit. Which I do too.
all that does is it creates a numbers problem because every time you bring in an extra big boy, it's an extra gap that you have to defend. And so you have to bring in,
yeah. Wow. The pull on this play right here.
Let's see.
This is the
I want to see this, dude, because I think you just jizzed your pants a little.
5'8" right here. Watch the way. So right now, ball's hiked, pretty even stand. I mean, Michigan's winning right here, but
that's pretty good defense. Like,
yeah.
by USC.
Watch 5'8". Watch what happens once he's gonna hit right about here.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, he makes contact.
Yep.
Empty. All he's got to get through is one arm tackle right here.
That's beautiful.
I mean, come on.
Dude, that is what you call a road grader.
Dude, I mean, that is a bulldozer. That is a steamroller. All of the mechanical equipments that you want to bring up, dude. That's every single one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's such a good pull, dude. Dude,
he makes contact and just drives.
Yo, I was about to say, he makes contact there, and I'm pretty sure that dude goes back at least 2 yards.
Yeah.
3. It was 3. It was 3 yards. Dude. He makes contact and instantly moves that dude back 3 yards.
Dude, is that your bub of the week, Riley?
Dude, that is a bub of the week quality play right there for sure, man. Listen, if there's a team that's gonna get bub of the week, it's got to be Michigan.
It has to be.
290 on the ground with only 30 yards passing.
32 yards passing.
32 yards passing with a 290 on the ground. I've never been a Michigan fan, mainly because they were cheaters. This Michigan team will turn me. That is the kind of football I want to watch. Dude, 290 on the ground. I'm gonna bore every chick in America watching this game, but I'm gonna love it.
Dude, I love road grading, just smash mouth football, dude. That's how God intended football to be played.
Dude, tackle over power football is some of the best stuff.
It is,
like,
dude.
Extra tackles. Let's make one of them pull, so now it's even crazier.
Yeah.
And I think the thing is, every time you see a big run from Michigan, look beside the running back and you see a lineman. They are down the field with him.
It's true.
And that's, I mean, what else do you want, dude? That was a beautiful play. Number 8, almost causing them everything. Yeah, I love the sound ones. The big houses, I mean, listen, dude, this is a hard place to play. This is a test for USC.
Yeah.
And I know Michigan got punked out by Texas, but
I mean, Texas, you could make a serious case, is the best team in the country right now.
Oh man.
You know, I'd probably still say Georgia, but it's Georgia, Texas.
It's definitely
Georgia,
1-2. Texas.
Yeah. And I am no fan of Texas. I do not like Steve Sarkisian, but you know, you have to give them credit. They look really, really good. But yeah, dude, like this, I knew you were gonna love this game because 32 yards passing, bro, 290 on the ground. Like that is big boy football. That is bub football.
Let's go. You know, let's go pop in a box score just to wrap this up, just for some fun.
Yeah,
12 of passing attempts all game. I needed to know that. I needed to know that number. Yeah, nah, dude. 12 passing yards all game. That's crazy. 290 on the ground. That's wild. Here's the big thing: when they throw it, usually they go for big.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody like all the catches. The worst one was the Mullings getting a 2-yarder, but everybody's like 5, 9, 10.
Yeah,
and that's another thing that you forget about when you run the ball so much is that on the flip into that, you're gonna get that chance. Like that chance is gonna show up at some point.
Yeah.
And Orgy just got to make it. Ooh, that can't be. Or
the defense has no choice but to sell out for the run.
You have
because, like I said, there's extra gaps that you have to defend. So
they're probably gonna run it. The realistic thing is they're probably gonna run it.
Yep.
It's not you should sell out for the run because that's probably what's gonna happen. But at some point, it's gonna hit. And you're gonna go fuck.
Yeah.
And you just gotta hope that he doesn't make the play.
Orgy just has to hit him, dude.
Yeah, dude.
But when you can run the ball for 290 yards and six yards a carry, like you're not gonna ask your quarterback to do too much.
No, dude. That offensive line is impressive, man.
Yeah, dude. They are absolute studs.
I think
but
one of the only last
USC,
plays I really want to show is the icing touchdown.
Yeah. The game-winning touchdown.
This next play.
Nope.
Each quarterback getting hit. Oh, the ref's got to help the quarterback up. Why are you throwing the ball? Run the ball.
Yep.
Fourth and goal. Run the ball. Run the ball.
Just fucking. Yeah. Run that back, Riley.
Absolutely, dude.
Nope. No.
Not far enough.
I need to see. Okay.
And then I mean, off the rip.
Look at everyone on the line of scrimmage.
Look at where. All right, so the ball's going to the offensive left side.
Yeah,
look at it there. I mean, this guard. I'm pretty sure that's the center. So this guard right here is almost a yard downfield already on these guys.
Yeah,
and these two are. I mean, his hat. He's about to hit this. All right, they definitely got tackle over. That's a second tackle. Maybe it's a tight end. I can't tell. But this guy is going to hit him, and he isn't even out of his stance. I mean, that's
dude,
not.
That is just straight up power.
Yeah, this is the same play. This is that same play. 5'8" on the pull and everything.
Yep, 58's pulling. It's
a play you can trust. It's a play you can love.
Yeah.
It's simple power football, baby.
I mean, it's hard, dude, because they bring so many people, so many extra guys to the line of scrimmage. I mean, look how many gaps you have to defend.
I mean, is he going to run it there? Maybe. Nah, but look at that, dude. Look at the wash that they get.
Yeah.
How much of this do you give me? You don't give me a lot. You give me this, though.
No.
That's great gap build. At this point, he could choose a gap. I mean, obviously the fills haven't hit yet, and the pool hasn't even gone.
No.
But, like, if this was just the raw play, he could pretty much kind of choose a gap himself. Fullback covers the outside, and just, there's nothing to it, dude.
Yeah.
It's power football.
You know, that's really, really difficult. Like, that's incredibly difficult to defend.
And USC, after that one, there was no bouncing back. Michigan walks out of there 27-24 on the back of one of the best offensive line performances I've seen this year, for sure. Man, great game. Absolutely great game. Bangers.
Bub game of the week, dude.
Bub game of the week.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. We've got one. Let's
We want to talk Utah, Oklahoma State, right?
Yeah, let's talk Utah, Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Talk it. This was a big one. Once again, another ranked matchup. Number 12, Utah, the Utes, going into Stillwater to number 14, Oklahoma State.
We said in our preview show for all the conferences that this was probably going to be the game of the year in the Big 12. I had Oklahoma State winning because it was at home. But dude, Utah, with their backup quarterback, dude, Cam Rising, who seems to have been there forever, he's once again hurt. But I mean, fucking backup quarterback Isaac Wilson, did just enough to come out of there with the win. They didn't ask him to do a whole lot, and he did just enough to come out with the win. And Utah, they have a big lead. They have a big leg up in the Big 12 conference. A title race. So, this was a huge game for them. They had to get this game.
Utah made the right decision going to the Big 12.
Yeah.
They didn't get swept up into the Big 10 hype. Though I think out of some of the teams that went there, they could have probably been one of the ones that maybe should have picked it. But this was a solid performance. Well, you get two teams that are ranked the level that they're ranked.
They're very similar. Like they're very similar. Style teams. They're going to be physical. They're going to want to run the ball. And they're just very evenly matched.
Yeah, we talked about Oklahoma State's got one of the best running backs.
Ollie Gordon didn't really do a whole lot, though. They shut him down.
Hey, listen, dude. That's kind of one of the keys, man. That's kind of what I was thinking is like, when you know the team has a guy like Ollie Gordon, you know that you've got to shut him down. That is your key. And Utah showed up and did it, dude. Listen.
They did.
Having that on paper and, saying that, your coach saying that in the team meetings all week is one thing. Showing up and doing it, it's a difference maker. And I think, obviously it is the difference maker for Utah in this one.
Yeah. Oh, dude, this is a huge game for them, man. And dude, Utah, Micah Bernard, 25 carries, 182 yards on the ground. Like, that's kind of the flip side of what Ollie Gordon did. Utah came in there and they just fucking played smash mouth football and ran the ball right down Oklahoma State's throat. And, one of the old sayings is whenever you go on the road, you have to take your run game and you have to take your defense. And that's what Utah did, dude.
Absolutely. And
Utah.
Yeah. Oklahoma State tried to make a comeback. That fourth quarter from them was wild.
Huge. It scored 16 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Pretty much all of their productions in the fourth quarter. They tried to make the comeback, but they just couldn't do it. Maybe they can get in touch with Kim Kardashian. She can help them plan out comeback player of the year, comeback player of the century.
Yeah.
But honestly, there's really not crazy. This is a good game, but we spent a lot of time talking about Michigan's run games, so I kind of want to we got to wrap this one up and move on to another game. Got to hit these last couple kind of quick. So Utah though, 22-19, they keep going in the Big 12. Now they're 1-0 in the conference, taking a big conference lead.
Huge. That's a huge win for them.
Yeah, and I mean,
a massive win for
really
them.
Their big worry is going to be BYU, who absolutely throttled K-State this week.
Yeah,
and a very big surprising game. But I think the thing for Utah is they just got to keep their heads, man. They're in a good position. They're a top team right now. They just can't lose it. They can't lose their heads.
That's the beauty and the beast of college football is at the end of the day, it's 18 to 22-year-old kids, and they make dumb decisions.
Yeah.
And they do stupid shit.
Just got to keep it as minimum as you can.
Yes.
All right.
But yeah, do you want to talk about UNC JMU?
Real quick, I just want to throw the Baylor Colorado. They're not. Neither one of those are ranked. That was just a crazy game, an overtime win. Colorado.
Dude,
let's just go. I just want to watch the end.
A Hail Mary to send it to overtime from Shedeur Sanders. That's insane. I mean,
all right, here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, where are we at? Yep.
Here we go. This is it. Rolling out to his left. I mean, dude, that is a hell of a throw.
That's his best Aaron Rodgers impression.
Yeah. But dude, like, if you're Dave Aranda and this Baylor defense, what the hell are you doing?
Listen, dude, it doesn't matter how good of a defense
in the end zone.
No matter how good a defense, a Hail Mary is a Hail Mary because you prayed to God. That's the reason why that play has the name, and there's a reason why it is what it is, dude. There's no defense. There's not even offense, dude. It's all just luck.
I mean, the DB slips, but like, dog, there was like 5 people guarding Travis Hunter. Like, if you watch the but that's
there were still 3 dudes around Lester when he called it.
Yeah, but you can't slip in that situation, dog.
I mean, it was a very rainy game in Colorado, so it's like you're right. He can't slip, but look at the rain, dude. You can see the rain on the back. Like, it's a heavy rain game. It's crazy that play happened. Baylor should have walked out of there unscathed.
I mean, Baylor blew this game because they pissed the game away in overtime. They fumbled the ball away. Like, I mean,
here's them storming the field.
I mean, dude, they fumbled the ball through the end zone. Okay.
Jesus Christ. How much fan storming are they going to show?
I don't know, dude. It's Colorado. They're not used to winning games.
All right, I think this is not this play, obviously, but play directly following this.
It's the next play.
Boom, Travis Hunter.
You can't do that.
Travis Hunter, dude.
Yeah.
The man makes plays.
He does, dude, but my God. Dave Aranda, you absolutely burned this sauce.
Dude, you had the sauce, dude. You had a delicious pot of sauce.
You did. And
it was prime sauce, some would say.
God, dude. I mean, that's a great play by Travis Hunter. Like, that is, punching the ball out at the most opportune time for Colorado.
When they break it down, he does it on like less than 1 yard line.
Yeah.
Here comes the storm.
Yeah.
Folsom, there's the Folsom Prison Blues for Baylor, dude. Look at this line of security that's just here for no reason. What are they? What are they keeping them from?
I don't know.
Why are they all right there?
Dude, look at that punch, man. Like Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter. The Predator himself.
Colorado, they go to 3-1, dude.
Almost tying their last year record for wins.
Dude.
They're so close.
Look at that.
Jets, listen, dude.
But if you're the running back, you have to hold on to the ball. What are you doing?
Yes, the running back does have to hold on the ball, but Travis Hunter hit that shit perfect, dude.
I know.
Listen, 2 players were trying to make a play, and Travis Hunter's a playmaker.
If I'm Baylor, I'm sick to my stomach today.
Dude, if you're Baylor, you're throwing up.
You are, dude.
That hurts, dude. That hurts big time.
That really hurts. You know what else hurts, Riley?
What else? What else hurts?
Losing to JMU 70-50.
Let's just off the rip.
And
this was, by the way, the opening play of the game.
Now, I've long said this, Riley. JMU is the best program in the state of Virginia.
For sure.
And they have been for a while. But this is without, Kurt Signetti. A lot of their team is now at Indiana. And this is just inexcusable if you're in North Carolina.
This is listen, JMU is one of the most disrespected teams in the country.
They are.
And it's just because they are a lesser squad.
Mm-hmm.
Sun Belt team.
The Sun Belt is the fun belt.
Look at this block punt, dude. But dude, they consistently play good football. They recruit an area of the country that I think is very forgotten. But the Shenandoah Valley and Virginia and towards Richmond, that area of the country produces big corn-fed bubs, dogs. Yeah. I am from that area. All right.
I know you are.
We produce, 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 300+ pound guys that, most of them spent at least a part of their life working in a farm. And I think JMU just that recruiting well that they get to go to, I think it shows, man, because their offensive lines always play good football.
They do. And Riley, obviously, in case you didn't know, we are both from Virginia. Riley is from the Shenandoah Valley. I'm from the Richmond area. And, Virginia just produces great football players.
It does.
Virginia is a very disrespected state when it comes to football talent.
Yeah.
I will always rep the state of Virginia when it comes to football talent.
We don't have the numbers that some other states have. We're not Texas, we're not California, we're not Florida. But
we're not Georgia.
Yeah, we're not Georgia. But after the big 5, Virginia is right there because the players that we do produce are always really good. We produce playmakers. It's legendary names coming out of the state of Virginia, dude.
Yep.
Russell Wilson, Taj Boyd, Michael Vick,
Tyrod Taylor, Percy Harvin.
Yep.
Allen Iverson.
I was about to say Allen Iverson. I was literally about to say Allen Iverson. Even though he wasn't a football player after high school, he was literally Mr. Football in the state of Virginia for 2 straight years.
Cam Chancellor.
Yep, Cam Chancellor. Dude, I'm trying to. It's just there's just so Logan Thomas.
UVA's had good players from Virginia.
Yeah. Juan Thornhill, great player out of Virginia. That's a Super Bowl champion, Juan Thornhill. Put some respect on there. Quality people come out of the state of Virginia.
Yes.
That is an effective way to put that.
Quality.
And
Jesus.
UNC just considering the fact that this is the score right now, and then
in the first quarter,
this is the score at the end.
Oh my God!
That's just
JMU put 70 on UNC, dude, on
70.
the road in Chapel Hill.
In Chapel Hill, dude.
Oh,
give the people the Mac Brown story.
So this is just a rumor, but I think it has been confirmed since we've been live. But Mac Brown after this game was allegedly so distraught that he told his team in the locker room, "If it's my fault, if it's me, I will step down right now." And obviously the players were like, "No, coach, we need to play better. It's not on you. It's on us." But things are bad. Like I didn't know things were that bad in North Carolina right now, dude. That's actually crazy. Like that's insane.
Jesus Christ, dude. I didn't realize that their quarterback threw for 475.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, Omarion Hampton, he's one of their best players. He has an all right game, 19 for 139. I mean, I
3
think
touchdowns on the ground.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns, which is big. I mean, I think the story is just that second quarter from JMU was just untapped.
I mean, look at their quarterback, dude. I think the key stat here is 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. And UNC, their quarterback had 2 interceptions. You can't turn the ball over.
95.5 QBR.
Yeah.
Like, I know people are always weird on the next-gen stats, but QBR, I think, is usually a pretty fair one. And if you're above 90 QBR, like, you had a damn good game.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, honestly, I forgot to talk about this during the Clemson game, but I just want to bring this up real quick. Against Appalachian State, Cade Klubnik did break a record where he scored 7 touchdowns total, 5 throwing, 2 running, with a 90% completion rating.
Mm-hmm.
He's like he's the first quarterback to ever do that.
Yep.
He only played the first half. Anyways,
sorry,
I forgot about that. That just the QBR conversation made me think of that. Back to JMU absolutely dismantling North Carolina.
Yeah.
This is just this thing that makes me happy, dude. Definitely makes me happy. I'm very indifferent on UNC as a squad. Just in general, just like as a program, just the school in general. Doesn't matter what the sport is. Very indifferent on UNC. But JMU, man, that's a hometown team for me.
Yeah.
I think about it all the time. How I would have made the wrong decision if I got the chance. If I would have truly been given the chance, I would have made the wrong choice. But JMU, dude, great team, absolute just domination.
They're the best team. They're the best team in the state of Virginia, and it's not close.
I think they deserve an ACC spot, dude.
They do. They belong in the ACC. Man.
If they got an ACC spot, it would help their recruiting, and I think they would become an actual competitor.
I mean, Riley, like, I don't want to speak for you, but I have a feeling like if JMU ever played Clemson, you'd be shitting your pants a little.
Yo, JMU are the eternal upset monster. You do not bring JMU in as a Power 5 or Power 4 team without shaking in your boots, because this is what they do. Ask Virginia Tech. Ask UVA.
Yep.
Go ahead and go ask UNC.
Yeah.
This is what they do, man. This is just what they do.
It's cooked, man. I mean,
you don't bring in UNC and you don't bring in Appalachian State. I'm so glad Clemson got through them this year, but that is another team that you also got to be careful with. That is another team that will show up and make you go, ah.
Yep.
All right.
Well, Riley, I think it's about that time, dude. I think it's about time that we do become an NFL preview show.
Yeah, dude. Not an NFL preview show, but we'll keep it quick. We'll keep it real quick. First and foremost, we didn't get to talk about it on anything, but it's all right because it really wasn't that crazy a game. But you do have the New York Jets beating the New England Patriots 24-3. Score in a game I didn't really expect. It's kind of expected to be a little bit more even, but Aaron Rodgers did his thing.
He did, man. He looked good.
Ayahuasca allows you to see in the fourth dimension when you're throwing footballs, which is cool.
I still don't believe in the Jets. Like I am a like certified Jets hater. And until I actually see them do it consistently over a full season, I am still going to be skeptical of the New York Jets.
Always.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Fix your fucking website, Jets. Fix your fucking website.
Hold on, real quick.
Oh no, are we gonna do this? Can't even run a proper website.
I'm sure it was
God.
NY. Oh, it is. All right, it's New York Jets.
Yes, it's New York Jets. Go to their schedule.
Yep, I remember.
It's
switch
beautiful.
it to regular season.
It's beautiful.
It's still broken. It's still broken, folks. It's a record. All right.
Oh my god, dude,
right.
they're the gift that keeps on giving. I
They really
love
are,
the
dude.
Jets.
They really are. All right.
Oh,
Let's be
all
quick
right.
about this. We got the Giants at the Browns. Who you feeling?
This is one of the toilet bowls of the week, dude. The Giants are another team I just don't trust. I like the Browns at home.
I'm also taking the Browns at home. The Giants, they lost to a team that kicked 7 field goals last week. So, I mean, I think the Browns will do a little bit better. Anyways.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we got Green Bay, the Packers at the Tennessee Titans in Nashville.
I think the Titans are a dumpster fire, and I mean, this is a Malik Willis revenge game because, he was cut by the Titans, and now he's going to start for the Packers. I like the Packers to go on the road and get the win.
Yeah, I think, just because I want to have some fun in this, I'm going to switch it. I'm going to say the Tennessee Titans get this. They might be a dumpster fire, but, it's Green Bay.
Fair. That's fair.
All right, we got the Bears at the Colts. Another toilet bowl here. I heard this one flush. I've got to go with the Colts, though. I think AR-15 will be able to sling it against this Bears defense, and I think that'll be the difference maker.
I agree with you, dude. I mean, I don't trust AR-15, but I don't trust Caleb Williams even more. So,
yeah. But he's shown when a defense gives him the space, he can sling it.
Yeah.
And I think this is the kind of defense that'll give him space. All right. This one's going to be one of the better games. Houston at Minnesota. This is a hard one.
It is a hard one.
Minnesota, Sam Darnold looking great. Houston, CJ Stroud, one of our picks to be a preseason scary squad.
Yes.
Man, who are you thinking? I don't know who to pick.
I picked the Vikings to upset the Niners last week, and I think the Texans. I just love CJ Stroud, man. I love CJ Stroud. I love everything about him, and I think the Texans go on the road and get the win.
Well, I guess just to keep it fun, I was kind of thinking I want to go with Minnesota, mainly because Minnesota's defense has been playing very, very well.
They have been.
And I think if they can get one thing that they've really been doing, I mean, they've got 11 sacks in just a few games. And I think if they can get to CJ Stroud and cause him some problems, then that'll throw off the Texans enough. So I think I'm going to go with Minnesota this one in a home game.
Yeah. Fair.
The Eagles versus the Saints. This is another one that's going to be a pretty good game, I think.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the running Saints. They're on a hot streak, dog. The Saints are on a hot streak. This is the first team. Last week they played the Cowboys. Cowboys are not a terrible squad. I mean, listen, they're the Cowboys, but the Cowboys are a great regular season team.
Yes.
And I think the momentum that the New Orleans Saints have built in the past few weeks, it leads to this moment in this showdown against the Eagles. And I think they're going to do it.
I thought you were going to take the Eagles, dude, because I was going to take the Saints. The Eagles defense, especially their secondary, is still a dumpster fire. Derek Carr leads the league in passing up to this point in the NFL. So I think he's going to shred that Eagles secondary. I like the Saints at home.
Yep. It's all going to be on the Eagles defensive line. If they can do some work, then they might have a chance.
Yep.
We had the Los Angeles Chargers at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the Chargers on this one, man. I don't know, man. That run game, obviously they got Harbaugh now. The run game's been pretty potent, and I think they continue it against the Steelers.
Yeah, but the Steelers have a great defense, and I think
they've got a great pass defense.
They do have a great pass defense. That's true, but I think the X factor is going to be Justin Fields and his athletic ability using his legs. I like the Steelers at home.
What happened to Russell Wilson?
Dude, I don't know. But
anyways.
Dude, honestly, the Bears letting Justin Fields go is starting to look more and more like a mistake. It's almost like I said that would happen, Riley.
It's almost like it's the Bears and not whoever's playing quarterback for them.
Exactly.
Where were we just?
Oh, this is easy.
Oh, yeah. Denver at Tampa Bay. It's got to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah.
Let Baker cook, and he's going
to cook, dude.
He's going to cook, dude.
He's going to cook.
Yep. Ooh.
We've got Carolina at Vegas. Carolina's an absolute dumpster fire.
Dude, they benched Bryce Young, and Andy Dalton's going to start for them. I don't think it matters because Carolina is just fucking atrocious right now. Give me the Raiders, dude.
Give me the Raiders.
I like the Vegas Raiders.
We got the Miami Dolphins versus the Seattle Seahawks. It's in Seattle. I think the Dolphins need a bounce back game.
They do.
And I think Seattle's just the right target for it.
Nah, dude. I don't like Miami without Tua. I think Tua kind of makes that offense go.
Yeah.
And I really like the Seahawks, man. The Seahawks have been playing really good football. So give me the Seahawks.
Baltimore at Dallas. I'm going to go with the Ravens because I can never go for Dallas, but I think this is going to be one of the better games of the week.
I think it's going to be a really good game, and I think the Ravens go in there, and I think they get the win.
Yeah. We do not respect the sanctity of AT&T, not after last week.
No, absolutely
not.
The
San Francisco 49ers at the Los Angeles Raiders. Rams.
Los Angeles Rams, yeah.
I'm going 49ers. I know they had a rough week last week, but bounce back time. Once again, got to have a bounce back game. The Rams, that's a team that's primed for it. I
like the 49ers. I think this game will be a lot closer than people think. The Rams haven't looked very good, but I like the 49ers, even without Christian McCaffrey.
Right. Detroit at Arizona. Dude, Arizona's been firing. This one's going to be a shootout, I think. Arizona's been firing on all cylinders since week one. Since bouncing back from week one. Detroit looking a little shaky. I think Detroit's going to get this one. We've been saying them back and back and back, but I think that team, it's just some gel. They just need a little bit of gel, and there's no better team to do it against than the Arizona Cardinals.
I think this game's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be high scoring, but I think the Lions are going to get back to their roots. They threw the ball a lot more than they ran it last week, and it absolutely bit them in the ass.
Yep.
They need to run the ball with David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, and I think they're going to get back to that. I like the Lions to go on the road and win.
The ball.
Run the ball.
The Sunday night game, we have KC at Atlanta. I'm going with the Chiefs here. This is going to be a better game. I don't think it's as cut and dry, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
I mean, dude, it's Kirk Cousins in prime time against Patrick Mahomes. It's
not a 1 o'clock game. That's why Kirk Cousins is going to lose.
Yeah, dude, it's the Chiefs are going to get the win.
All right, and on Monday we got two matchups. We got Jacksonville at Buffalo, Washington at Cincinnati. Ones and twos. I'm going to go most likely Buffalo. And I think Washington actually scores some touchdowns and gets a win against the Bengals.
I'm not a huge fan of the Jags, dude, but I think the Jags go on the road and get the win. Trevor Lawrence, for some reason, always plays really well against the Bills.
He does.
He's 2-0 against Josh Allen.
Hey.
So, I'm curious who you're going to pick for this one, right?
Washington. I mean, I think Washington gets some touchdowns this week, and I think we get a win, dude.
Don't do it.
Dude, listen. you say that. There was only one team that didn't have to punt last week. We can sustain a fucking Giants.
You played the Giants.
And we had a week to balance back from that. Dude, that's a lot of momentum, dude. We may not have been able to score a touchdown, but we had a great game and we won a very solid game.
That's fair.
And I think Cincinnati's just kind of reeling right now.
That's fair. I mean, dude, Cincinnati's such a weird team, dude. Like, they lose to the Patriots week 1, then they play the Chiefs so tough on the road in Arrowhead last week. And, I mean, I still think the Bengals are just a better football team than the Commanders. Like, the Commanders are a team that I'll believe it when I see it. I like the Bengals at home.
Yeah, no, I agree that the Cincinnati's probably a better football team, but I think this is the week. This is the exact kind of recipe for a Washington upset. All right, that's it. That's all the games for this week. We've ran it down. We've done the thing.
Shout out to the people who have stayed with us, man. You know, we've had people watching this whole time. So shout out to all the people who have stayed with us. We really appreciate it. Please keep coming back to the Trash Talk Tailgate. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, we want to interact with you guys in the live chat. That's why we do live streams. You know, we're just really excited, you know, for another great Sunday of NFL football.
Football! All right.
Football!
We got to get out of here, though, folks. Peace.